ways to communicate and work with people the best that I could. And there's a growing trend, and I don't see a lot amongst you in the crowd, but actually I did. When we pulled up today, I saw some tattoos underneath a patch on a t-shirt, underneath a shoulder on their back. And the reason I bring that up is because we play country music and rock music and Christian music in a secular world. And some of you may ask, why are you here today? Well, number one, I love Jesus. Number two, I need God's grace and forgiveness just as much as anybody. And number three, when I hired these guys on the stage with me, I hired them under the pretense that we're going to be missionaries disguised as musicians. And so every set that we play, whether we're in a casino or a club or a fair or a festival, I always make sure that the plan of salvation is there in at least one song in every set. When we close out a show, we always do this song right here. And I start with this today because I want you to know where my heart is as a forgiven sinner. But I want you to know that we reach as many people as we can, and that is my ultimate goal, is to bring people to Christ through our words, through our music, and through an example. And one way we found to relate to people, especially the youth of America, as they continue to tattoo their bodies. However you feel about that, it doesn't matter how you feel. It only matters how they feel and how they relate to God. But what we find is behind that tattoo is a story. There's a reason they want to remember that person, or that Bible verse on their wrist, or that cross on their shoulder, or that anchor on their foot. Let me talk about that for a minute. Did you know that the very first symbol in the world for Christ was the anchor? Not the cross, but the anchor. I don't know how many times I've seen that on someone's foot. And they do it because they were trying to remember their grandpa who was in the military, in the Navy. And then come to find out the root of it all is that was the original symbol for Christ. He is our anchor. So when we share this song, we usually walk around the crowd and we give people the opportunity to share their story or their tattoo. Sometimes tattoos are healing. In Hebrews it tells when you profess your testimony, there's healing in that to other people. And I encourage you, if you're in recovery, or if you're struggling with something, share that with people. Because when they see the victory in your life, the Bible tells us and promises us it will return in them. It's an amazing thing when you tell your testimony. And that's exactly what this song is about. I hope you enjoy it. I'm 5 years old on my grandpa's knee, trying to hold on. A bucking bronco he was, I was flying off. Caught before I hit the ground, I noticed his red, white, and blue. I said, Grandpa, tell me the story of your tattoo. He said, I was stationed in Jacksonville in the spring of '55. Your daddy was born there, we kept those engines alive. The band of brothers working in the motor pool. I say, Grandpa, thanks for telling me the story of your tattoo. Sitting at the bar on Sunday, watching the game along. She sets her purse on the counter, the drops her phone. She leans over, shoulder to shoulder, some masterpiece to view. And I said, man, would you mind telling me the story of your tattoo? She said, there's purple rose is my favorite one. My sister has his twin. Mama was so dang mad. She said it was a sin. The pink cross is for Grandma. I lost a year or two. Well, I said, man, thanks for telling me the story of your tattoo. Drifting off to sleep last night, I woke up in a daze, staring at a bright light outside the pearly gates. The man with open arms started to walk through. I stayed alone at the same time. I noticed his tattoo. He said, this tattoo is really a scar, and I've got one on each hand. The sacrifice for my father, so I could be the son of man. And as the tears roll down my face like misty morning dew, I said, Jesus, thanks for reminding me of the story of your tattoo. Jesus, thanks for reminding me of the story of your tattoo.